welcome to the Users Conference, User Summit, held here in Singapore. A lot of companies, particularly in the US, and I know we have a few Americans down here, they will be able to tell you that now companies are being ranked according to how social media savvy they are. 2/3 of the world populations are mobile. Mobility is now, the name of the game.
It is not as easy as it used to be, and there's a lot of things we have to start dealing with that we didn't have to deal with before. It used to be simple. We come up with these great brands. We are, back in Detroit where I'm from, the auto industry is really big. And Ford had this big kick on because they got so beat up on quality. They changed all of their quality standards and they came out, quality is job one. And I would love to see, Southeast Asia take a leadership role in the customer interaction and taking care of the customer and making our contact center strategic versus tactical. And having the conversations of how can we drive customer sat, how can we drive revenue, how can we help make our organizations more profitable, how can we help make our organizations more relevant.
So, what world do we work in? Our world of customer contact. Change is important because we now are no longer in the old marketplace. In the old marketplace, your company could run an ad on television, on a big outdoor poster, someone would see this, they would respond. If you have customers, and the customers are important to you, you treat them like gold. My advice to any company is you make sure that the people that you use to talk to those customers, if you don't have time to do it yourself, when they call, if you don't personally have the time, make sure the people you're using to do that enjoy coming to work.
Just if we talk about social media, what we want to go through today, this is a myriad of different social media sites that exist out there today. There's some stats that suggested that about 78% of customers would trust a peer recommendation.
For our organization at Shangri-La, with YouTube, a lot of people will now go into the hotel room, they will use a mobile phone to tape.
You get this sort of statistic coming up, that people will do business based on things that are being shared online.
In your organization, your bank, you will have different processes. You have different work. We take the proactive approach and say, if I don't handle this task within the next 10 minutes, my entire SLA is going to be impacted. So if you think one customer is not important, think again.
All those self-services, they are there to serve the customer, first and foremost. You will very quickly go into this discussion we had this morning.
And while Standard Chartered is focused on the emerging markets, and we were spared perhaps the worst of it, along with a lot of other banks here, the contagion effect didn't go unnoticed. I would suggest that an organisation's focus on the customer is perpetually increasing. We had a really disparate set of technology. Different PABX, different IVR systems, different ACDs. The aim here was, how can we actually first of all eliminate unnecessary calls into the contact centre? Basically,
we look at the mobile. I think you know the USSD, yeah? Where we use their online portal to allow our customers to make certain transactions. People find it very convenient to use self-serve. We also look at the customer data that we have at the contact center, and it amounted to about 130,000, again, of cost savings.